Hey guys, this video is what we have planned for my Sweet 16. Tomorrow is day 1. We are doing 2 different days, plus a little bit on another day. And the reasoning is my sister sent a gift, or is sent a gift in the mail. It's on its way. And since it probably won't get here until Monday or Tuesday, it will be a little bit of something on one of those days. I'm just in to open it, but we got a lot planned. So you are getting 2 videos tomorrow. So last year I made a birthday vlog because last year, the day before my birthday, we were actually celebrating and doing a whole party. I didn't vlog opening presents though, but I did at the end of the haul at the end of the vlog. Either that or I made a separate video. I can't fully remember. I showed you each thing I got, and I tried to show you a little bit in the car, but it was kind of hard because we were in the car moving. We weren't moving, the car was moving, This year, you're not getting a full vlog, and you're actually probably not even going to get a video on day 2, which is the 31st. And the reasoning is because day 1, well, I'm going to go into detail. So I was iffy on some, which is a lot of the time we celebrate my birthday early. The day before usually. Only sometimes we'll celebrate on my birthday. And there was one year where we celebrate 2 days after. And the reason that we waited 2 days after was because, which is generally, I will say this is one of my best birthdays ever. Was my 13th birthday because, and the reasoning was because we had a friend of mine coming and stuff, which was fun. We were doing a whole party and stuff kind of later in the evening, and we invited one of my friends, and I was allowed to invite 2, but one of them couldn't make it because their parents were working and stuff. And so they were staying with their grandparents. But, yeah, which is something and because my birthday fell on a Wednesday, we wanted to wait until Friday because of school. Which, yes, that year I did school on my birthday, which for me wasn't the most fun thing, but it worked. The reasoning is because I was kind of shocked by that, because every year I don't do school on my birthday. It's always been every year. My birthday, whether we celebrate on my birthday or a day before or something, I don't do school on my birthday. It's just something that my parents always do. But since that year my sister was my teacher for school, I did school on my birthday. It was fun because they made it up to me by doing a really nice party. It was technically JoJo theme, but also kind of didn't have theme in that year since I kind of was into the JoJo cake, and we couldn't cause my family didn't want to have to get it custom made or something, and we couldn't find one already made. So what we did was that my sister made a cake or something, and then we JoJo-fied it a little bit. She had we JoJo-fied it a little bit. Like, we got some, pictures of JoJo, and we taped them to, these sticks, and we put them on the very back of the cake. That way they wouldn't catch on fire and stuff. And then we put some pinwheel, and we kind of JoJo-fied it a little bit, and worked. This year, for my birthday, because I wasn't sure we were celebrating the day before or not, and the reason you're not getting a full vlog, you're getting a video of a birthday haul of everything I got, and then you are getting a mini vlog is what I'm gonna say. You're gonna get to watch me open presents. And warning, it might be very bad footage. That's not my fault. It's because my dad doesn't understand simple things about technology, but some of the more high-tech stuff he understands. And he's the one vlogging because I'm gonna be the one opening presents and stuff. Now the thing is, I know kind of an idea. I know 2 of my presents, but that's only because it's tickets for Squad Tour, and the other thing that I know is a JoJo bag, and the reason is because my parents my dad wrapped my gifts the other day. I have no clue what any of the other ones are, and instead of using a normal party bag for one, and he just used a JoJo bag. He got a JoJo bag and he's using that, and that is also one of my gifts. And I seen it because they're in the class in which I have 2 separate gift things. There's a very tall one that I don't know what it is, because it's tall and skinny and I have no idea on what it is. Then there's the JoJo bag, which those are now you're probably wait, shouldn't you have all of these gifts and stuff? My parents spend a lot of money on dance. Also, the JoJo bag could be multiple things, or the tall thing could be multiple things stacked on top of each other. I don't know. Plus a Squad Tour, and that was expensive. Plus, we got a lot planned tomorrow. Well, not too much planned, but some. So tomorrow, you are getting a birthday vlog. My dad is going to be the one filming it. He's going to be my camera person. So, then, what we have planned tomorrow, and the reason you're not getting a whole vlog is because the day of Squad Tour, I'm not going to be filming that. I am going to post some pictures and stuff on my Instagram and my Instagram story, which is cool. But then, also on top of it, something fun that happened, and for me, this had been driving me crazy with that. So, last Friday, Instagram, or a while ago, Instagram decided it wasn't going to let me tag people, and now it goes back and forth on it. What will happen is that it won't let me tag people for days. It was driving me crazy because I love posting squad stuff. I make a lot of squad edits, and whenever I post squad stuff, or Goat Fam LA stuff, or edits of people that I watch on social media, I like to tag them in it, because then there's a slight chance that maybe they'll see it and like it. And fun fact is that the other day, a Jordan something or other actually liked one of my posts. Actually, a couple of my posts. So what happened was that there was, in the squad, on kind of the creator of it, a Piper account. Well, she filmed a video with the girl, Jordan something or other, from Rock Your Hair and stuff. And pretty much that girl some of my posts the other day, which was very exciting. Also, there's a makeup company that the squad works would sometimes end up photo shoots with, called Petite and Pretty, and they liked one of my posts. And it was very exciting. It was very exciting for me. But since on that day I wanted it to be like a me and dad situation, because basically what happened. So what happens is that like there's so many times when big things will happen. Like I went to Disney World one time. It was like my first time and my only time of going. And like my first concert was a JoJo concert. Like there's so many big moments like that where like my parents aren't the ones there enjoying it with me. Like literally my parents spent so much money on the JoJo concert and they didn't get to enjoy it one bit because my sister went with me. And so this time I'm like, my dad's the one coming. And because like last year I didn't feel too bad about the ear piercing thing. Like it crossed my mind since my parents were paying for it, but then I realized my parents get to enjoy it, the like enjoying part, or my sister was the one that for once had to get the not so good part, or by watching a stranger basically put a needle in my ear, or a piercing gun in my ear and make a hole for the earrings and stuff, like a normal ear piercing. And now some people say don't go to Claire's because like sometimes they'll mess it up or something. But we went there because they had JoJo earrings and they were sold out. But this year we're not doing like a full like thing for me to really vlog. Tomorrow we are ordering Domino's pizza for either lunch or dinner because that's what I wanted. And we are gonna do that. But now Instagram is going back and forth on letting me tag you. But then also tomorrow we are going to watch some JoJo because Paramount Plus has 3 different JoJo things on. They have the J-Team, my all-time favorite movie. They have JoJo My World Special, and then they have JoJo Sweet 16. So we are going to watch some JoJo. I'm gonna make a birthday haul of everything I got for my birthday that planned, and then we are opening presents like first thing tomorrow morning because they kind of let me pick like timing of that, and I'm an impatient person. Like that is something about me, is that like I'm just a very impatient person. And so for me, like, when it comes down to things like that, like last year, I wasn't sure we were, like, I knew last year at my birthday party I was getting to open presents because I knew, I kind of had a feeling that, like, my sister and, like, her, like, section of the family, we got stuff for me. Like, if they didn't, it was fine. Like, no big deal. They ended up getting a couple of things for me, which were all great and things I really enjoyed. But I wasn't sure about the gift from like my parents because it was a day early, and I got to open them. And now I'm looking back on last year's like big gift that I wanted, just like getting my ear pierced, and I'm realizing it was kind of a pointless gift for me. I mean, it was a video camera, and I like it. I have no issues with it. I'm trying to adjust my mind a little bit to it. The thing is, I'm used to having it easy with filming. I'm used to filming on a tablet, which has a pretty good screen, like a pretty good size screen. And like, being able to just go straight into YouTube, upload it, no big deal. But with the camera, that's not the situation. It has a smaller screen, like a lot smaller. Or like, you could fit 4 of the camera size screens in, and it would equal up to the size that I'm filming on right now. And with the camera, I have to like take the SD card, upload all the footage to the computer, and go through the long process that I just don't like going through. So I am keeping it, and with certain things that I know it can be like maybe like a vlog throughout like the week or something, that sort of stuff, I will film on the camera, and I'm keeping it for like certain occasions, but for the most part I am sticking with the tablet as much as I can, because it's easier, especially since I like to post so often. But we have opening presents tomorrow morning, so that can be fun. I have no clue any of my gifts really, other than the JoJo bag, and that because my parents wrapped some of the stuff in it, or I don't know if it's one thing, I don't know. I know I like the bag, and I know that is one of my gifts, along with something else that I generally have no clue. I just know it seems pretty big. And the thing is, I don't even know if it's for me or not, because my parents are constantly buying things throughout the year, and for like family and stuff for like Christmas. Like, I'm not joking. Christmas happened last year, and then literally on Christmas, my mom was already ordering stuff for our presents for next Christmas, for this Christmas. So, yeah. Plus, tomorrow we are watching a bunch of JoJo stuff. We're getting Domino's pizza. I'm gonna film a birthday haul, and we're opening presents, and we're singing like happy birthday with candles and stuff. So that's gonna be fun. But the thing is that like I think we're just using brownies instead of cake, since I don't really care. Like, here's my thing, is that I don't like sweets in general. Like, I generally don't like sweets, to the point where one year we literally did something that's more my alley, which is we put the candles in a cake. Well, not a cake, but we put candles in a pizza, in a Domino pizza, and that was like our cake type thing, since I don't like sweets. I'm a very picky eater, and like, I'm very picky to the point where I don't even like pizza crust. I literally eat the sauce, the ham, and the cheese off of the pizza, and then in their bacon, then I'll do that sometimes. And that is, like, that's my form of pizza. But I have to, like, have it on the crust. It's weird because I'm, like, my brain knows that, like, pizza isn't pizza without the crust, but my brain comprehends it this way, that you have to have the pizza crust, but you don't have to eat it to be considered pizza. It just has to be there on your plate for it to count as pizza. And then day 2 is going to be Squad Tour, or on the 31st, which I'm excited for. I'm very, very excited for. And I can't wait till tomorrow. Like, when I was little, I never thought that, like, when I turned 16, that I would make it a big deal or anything, or that, like, I would want it to be this big thing. I, like, always thought, like, oh, my 16th birthday is just gonna be, like, every other birthday of mine. Fun and exciting, but I never thought I would make it a big deal, and now that it's here, literally yesterday, like yesterday, and my mom asked me, she was like, what do you want to eat for your 16th birthday? And I'm like, I don't know. And then I thought about it, and she's like, just let me know by then. So, and I decided, and yesterday I was like, I want Domino's pizza. And then this morning I told her, and she's like, okay, that works for me. But like, because my life is so, like, here's the thing, and I like to say, this is true, is that I don't live a normal life. I live a life, and especially these past 2-3 years, especially because my life lately has switched from here's the thing, I had a childhood growing up, and up until like 2 or 3 years. I had a life where I got to enjoy my childhood, but I switched lately, like the past 3 years. It transformed from, instead of having this normal childhood, it switched over to career and focusing on my career and really pushing it harder than ever. Or I started social media, what actually I would say 2 years ago. I started social media, yeah, and since then I've been really focused on that. And then this year I really pushed in dance. Now I'm training so much in dance that now, sometimes people look at the dancer's life and they're like, that must be tiring. And I'm like, for me, it's part of the job. Being on Zoom for 5 hours straight and dancing with basically not a ton of breaks. It's part of the job. With boot camp, I was expecting it to be way worse than what it was. And the reasoning is because with ALDC booty camp, I'm like, Abby's hard on us. Let's just put it that way. And Abby's hard on us, but not. Abby is one of the nicest people that I have literally ever met in my entire life. She is so amazing. And there's times when she's pushing me and encouraging me even more than my parents. Because I like to have a balance in life. How I look at it, I always like to have one person there pushing me and being on me about my mistakes and being on top of me, but also encouraging me and making sure that I'm having fun while doing it. And then I like to have 2 people that are just on me. Because then I'm getting a good balance of having fun, but also I'm improving as a dancer. And so it's great because I have my mom and my dad pushing me, and every once in a while, my mom will be like, you did good today. But then I have Abby pushing me, but also encouraging me, and it's really great because it's just really great. Abby is so nice of a person, and generally, I feel like Abby is one of the nicest people I have ever met, and it's really cool, and I really love her for that. And then I have, all of my other dance teachers, which some of them, and by some of them, okay, I'm going to straight up say their names and stuff because it's fine. And I have Gianna Martello. I feel like she's on me sometimes, but with her, it's mostly a lot of what her classes are things that I don't really struggle with too much. Because, the things I really struggle with is balance and flexibility, and that's and like acrobatics and tumbling. But and maybe I will say that at first I really was struggling with my face. And the reason I say this, not like, oh, I have a nice face, but with making facial expression. And the reasoning was I figured it out on my own, was that uh, it clicked back to like my past. It clicked back to when I was in music class, in class being terrified to sing, and my crush was like pushing me. Like, he was never rude about it. Like, let me put it this way, if I didn't want to, if I directly told him no, oh, I'm not doing it, he wouldn't be upset about it. He would be like, okay. And he would just try to encourage me and be like, you're really good at it, like, because I think he often knew that I was, like, scared and stuff. And I really do have to thank him. If he is watching this, thank you so much, because you actually were the reasoning that I started writing songs and started making music videos and stuff. But because if it weren't for him, I literally wouldn't be doing it now. Because what would happen is they say you're your biggest competition. And in my mind, yes and no, that can be true for some people, but for me, sometimes I am, but I'm usually not. And I think the reasoning is I never struggled with confidence or anything like that too much, except for music class, because I would always get so scared to sing, because growing up, I liked singing, but I would get too scared to do it. Like, I would get too scared even if no one was in the room. Like, even if, like, there wasn't a camera, nothing, I was just in my room kind of thinking about singing. I would get so scared to even do that. But then my crush kind of would, like, come in. Well, he wouldn't come in because obviously he's never been here or something. But, like, when that would happen at music class with a bunch of people watching me, he would always push me in, like, kind of in a nice way and stuff. And then if I told him no, he would be like, okay, but you're really good at it. I didn't like that situation was great. But I realized because of that, like, my brain now, like, for a while, I struggled with making facial expressions, and I feel like the reasoning is because at first, my brain would click back to that and click back to, like, everybody, like, watching me, and it would kind of freak me out a little bit, but not freak me out, and that makes sense. Because when I would go to music class, I would try my hardest not to make any form of facial expression, just because for me it felt weird. And so now it's like I had to really push myself to break out of that and just remind myself you're good, and if you make facial expressions, you're only giving them what they want, which is good because they're the teachers. But in Gianna Martello's class, I'm usually good with most of it. So with her, she's always been like my teacher that, like, every once in a while she'll point out a mistake, I'll fix it, and we're good. But she's never been, like, on me too much, but she's also never been, like, encouraging me too much, if that makes sense. Like, she's the right in between that, like, I know she likes my talent when she's just not saying too much about it because she doesn't want me to get in my head and think that I'm the best, you know. Then we have Alyssa. Alyssa, I feel like she's the one that, like, she pushes me and is on me, but it's like one of those things where I know she pushes me and she's on me only because she knows I have it in me. So, like, even though she doesn't necessarily say too much about, like, encouraging, but she never said anything negative. She like gives me my correction and I fix it. But like I can tell with her, like even though she's doing this, she kind of like, I'm like, you're good, don't take this negatively. Emily, I'm just trying to help you positively. And then we have Taylor, who I don't do his class too much, and the reason is because most of his class is tumbling and stuff. So I don't really do his class, but for a while it was always like I never knew what he thought of me. So because of that, I always took it as like, oh, I did pretty good, and he's just not saying anything because he knows I do good. He knows I do good, so he's not saying anything, so I don't get in my head too much. Then, now that I think about it, and I'm trying, oh wait, I forgot two teachers. Or I forgot Natalie. Natalie very much likes me as a dancer, and I like her as a teacher. And she is very positive and doesn't really give me corrections too much because hip hop is something that I'm very strong in and I'm very good in. And so there's usually not much to correct me on, but she very much likes me as a dancer to the point where she follows me on Instagram, and it's really cool. Really cool, and a dream come true. Then we have Danny. Danny is my ballet teacher. She gets on me sometimes with corrections, but for the most part, she really likes me as a dancer. And I think she follows me on Instagram too. I know she recently liked one of my posts. Peace out.